Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Outer Worlds. My name's Heliax, and today we are going to continue clearing out the Human Inquiry and Audit Facility? Close. It's just auditing. Last time we finished up going around a couple different places off of Gorgon to get access to this facility as well as the chem labs. And now we're back, so we're ready to hopefully lift the lockdown and get to the bottom of things. So in this facility, we see these, not this guy, but there's been these test subjects walking around that have been experimented on. They don't seem to be marauders necessarily, although they could just be like the precursor to marauders. How did I miss these guys? Oh, I thought that terminal was active. We don't really know what they are yet, but we...
I don't know how anybody volunteers to live in a place like this.
It's so homey, almost. Whatever brought these folks here, they were just people, same as us.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Would I volunteer to do something like this? Well, these guys weren't even volunteers, were they? Weren't they brought from Tartarus? So they were prisoners. But let's just assume that some of them were volunteers. Chef's hat. I'll take that. I don't know. Like, if the idea is to help create something that's going to make the entire colony a better place, and you're living a pretty terrible life already because, well, it's Halcyon.
Welcome, volunteers. This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills. This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves doing similar work in a real office someday. Remember, compliance with all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in the contracts.
This place is very creepy. That's for sure. I don't know, this is like the creepiest place I felt we've been to so far. Oh, hello. Little test subject you. Oh, that's a... I forgot I had this gun. Toss ball kick. There we go. The hell, the thing exploded. Get him, Parvati. Good. Yeah, we're all good. Nothing to worry about. I mean, I know you guys almost died, but you guys aren't the main characters. As long as I don't die, we're all good. I don't know why I picked that up. It looked interesting. What is this place? Is this like some sort of office warehouse? I don't know. Picking up a lot of useless stuff right now. I'm just kind of lost in this this facility at the moment. What's this? Is this a blueprint of the facility? I have no idea what that is. Let's see. We're just about done looting. There's the last corpse. He's just got a plasma sword. Might have already looted that guy, actually. Okay, so we can go through that door, or we can go through this door. So the observation room or the maintenance access room? Where does maintenance access take us? Test chamber 2.
This will negatively impact your chances of completing volunteer work.
Okay. There we go. You're dead. They're all gathered up over here. Where'd that oh! Huh? There we go. Got them all. Thanks for rounding them up for me, Felix. That was a really good strategy on our part. Starting to wonder if I should just start ignoring the loot off of their bodies, because I mean I'll get ammo from it, but I think most of our ammo comes from things like this, these little crates, rather than their corpses. I don't know, I've been saying for like 20 episodes that I'm going to start looting less, and I still just loot everything I see. I can't help it. It's just so hard. The loot wants to be looted. Nope. I'm not gonna loot you. Okay, so we have another big door here. Test chamber 3, huh? Oh. Who's shooting at me? Oh, that's Pavardi, I'm sorry. What's poisoning us? I don't know. Oh, it's a big guy. Get him. Yeah, take him down. Okay. Just gotta handle you. Nope, there's one more up there. But, he'll die soon enough. Oh, I'm just gonna stop looting the bodies. I don't need anything off of them. Yeah, sure. Sure you are, Heliax. You never know, maybe there's something really good on their bodies one of these times. I'll never know unless I look. What if it's that one random mob that drops the super powerful agony? See, something like this. Not that I use it, but it's a unique weapon. What if one of them drops the most powerful unique heavy weapon and I don't loot it because I'm just ignoring the bodies? That would be the biggest crime one can commit. I'd probably turn myself into the board if I did that. Okay, what do we got? Huh? Oh yeah, I forgot there's another one of you. There we go. Felix, don't try and take credit for that. That was all me. You didn't even get into the, you didn't get over there yet. It's kind of strange that we just found that, sniper rifle lying on the ground like that. Now I'm a little paranoid to leave anything lying around. Okay, where are we going now? Hello?
Get him strapped down!
Dr. Blakeslee.
Subject demonstrates catastrophic personality collapse. Fucker bit me.
Ooh.
Marion.
Interesting. I think I'm going into shock.
Interesting indeed. You know, I'm starting to wonder if we shouldn't have killed Marianne. She's not the well, the most, what am I looking for? Humane scientist we've ever run into? Not that I guess we probably shouldn't have needed to come here to realize that. Okay, so this is Johansson R's terminal. Observation logs. Oof, it's a lot of them. Compliance testing parameters. 1. Data entry. 2. Physical exertion, mild. 3. Physical exertion, strenuous. Social exhaustion, and then sanctioned violence. Group SC1 initial testing phase 1. Subject SC1A through K were given forms and writing implements and instructed to fill them out to corporate standards. Upon completion, forms were placed in an employer-sanctioned shredding device by a technician. Test was then repeated. Observational notes. Volunteer SC1D, Kindle, objected to further testing after completion of second set of forms. Volunteer 1G after 5th. Volunteer 1B after 10th. No further objections from remaining volunteers. Volunteer 1E, Hobbs, was discovered to be functionally illiterate and tagged for early advancement to the second phase of compliance testing. Objection from Volunteer 1D. So Kindle seems to be a problem patient. Let's see what happens to her throughout this. Subjects SC5A through K were given visual demonstrations of multiple physical exercises. Note, thank you, testing assistant Laman. Then instructed to replicate them in accordance with verbal instructions. Observational notes. Subject 5H complained of physical exhaustion after 5 minutes, missing numerous verbal cues. Subject 5A, 5E, and 5K failed out at around 15 minutes at the 15-minute mark. Test was terminated after 30 minutes as technician became too hoarse to provide instruction. Wow, he got hoarse after 30 minutes? Terrible. He'd never make it as a Let's Player. Okay, SC27. Mid-stage testing, phase 3. So maybe Kindle isn't gonna show up again. Subjects are instructed to follow a close circuit around the perimeter of the testing chamber for the duration of the test. At random intervals, a technician is to provide vocal cue to reverse course. Observational note. On the 8th test, subjects remaining in group SC27, 6 respond to vocal cues, or of the 8. Subject 63D became aggressive and was removed. Subject 63B collapsed 30 minutes into the experiment and was removed. Remaining subjects exhibited compliance with all vocal cues for remainder of experiment. Technician's addendum. Observational data compromised due to equipment failure. Technician Embry S was found incapable of continuing operation due to incessant weeping and was withdrawn and or flagged for disciplinary measures. Why is she weeping? Group 63, late stage testing, phase 4. Subjects are isolated and instructed to select one member of their experiment group for immediate removal from the volunteer group. Subject 63A volunteers subject 63F. Subject 63B is unresponsive for duration of testing session. Subject 63C deliberates for 5 minutes 36 seconds before volunteering subject 63E. Subject 63D is unable to recall the names and or identification numbers of her fellows, but has volunteered each of them in turn, citing immediate need for additional Compound X injections. Oh boy. Subject 63E volunteers subject 63F. Subject 63F refuses to comply with instruction for duration of testing session. Subject 63G exhibits extreme confusion and extreme emotional distress, demands morning injection. Technician's addendum. Time as of previous note is 1400 hours. Subject exhibits extreme aggression. Subject terminated. Damn. I didn't miss more. I didn't know if I missed scrolling down on some of these. Group 87, late stage testing, phase 5. Subject instructed to fire at shrouded target. 1 industry standard fashion modeling assistive device. Mannequin. Subject is not informed of nature of target. Observational notes. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Test reset. Subject has fired at observation window. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Subject has fired at subject other. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Subject has fired at subject other. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Test reset. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Technician's addendum. Subject unresponsive. Test reset. Yeah, these guys were doing some fucked up shit. Incoming messages. From Blakesley. Subject safety reminder. In light of certain incidents, I'd like to remind you all that it is paramount that we follow all Spacer's Choice guidelines regarding safety and security. Yes, you will suffer professional and financial consequences if you are found to be responsible for damaging company property. But here at HIA, inattentiveness and recklessness also endanger highly limited company resources and threaten our overall production schedule. Think about what we are all here to achieve. Then consider whether you want to be the one that let us all down. Luckily, any and all injuries suffered by the volunteers this past week have been minor. All testing will proceed as scheduled. A reminder that all personnel are advised to report to the infirmary if they experience any symptoms listed on the notice LeBlanc provided earlier this month. It is strongly suggested that you use your allotted break to do this, as any losses to productivity will be reflected in your paycheck and or indentureship agreement. Dr. Blakesley. From Ruan A. Subject, just a question. Hey, you and Andre talk about tossball sometimes, right? Have you noticed anything different about him lately? I'm pretty sure he's been at his desk all night. I was going to congratulate him on his newfound productivity, but I took a look at his reports just now, and some of them have very basic formatting errors. It's not like him at all. Maybe you could ask him about it. If something's wrong with his terminal, he should probably get it taken care of sooner rather than later. Angus Ruan? From Blakesley. Subject resets. If we're going to meet OCI's figures this month, we'll need to double our testing capacity over the next few weeks. To that end, I need everyone in observation to work with disposal to have the preparation time between tests. Have the volunteers exit at a jog if you have to. Just try not to let them see the bodies. Hammond A. Hey. Reply to Hey. Or yeah. Hey. Look, Embry lost his head because he couldn't keep up with his work. Or the work. He was never going to amount to anything, and we all knew it. The surprise is that he lasted this long. I don't know why my reports are any of your business to begin with, but I know how to use a damn computer. I bet Weaver put you up to this. I've been working twice as hard as anyone else in this office this past month, and now she thinks I'm going to outpace her. But maybe it's simpler than that. These emails used to just be a nuisance. Now I'm starting to think maybe your loyalties to some other corporation. Outgoing messages. Man, there's a lot. To Hammond, the boss. Hey, Andre. Dr. Blakesley has started coming down here pretty often, usually for the morning shift. She hasn't said anything, just watches us go through the tests for a while and then gets up and walks out. Weaver tried to give her a report, I think, but Blakesley gave her a look, and that was the end of it. You think we're doing something wrong? You'd tell me if you knew anything, right? I'll split my lunch with you again. Oh, and hey, great game last night, huh? Ricky Johansson. To Sandoval V. Mantisaurs. You're going back to mannequins for Phase 5. None of the test subjects felt too torn up about shooting killer bugs from Monarch, I guess. Should make things easier for you over in Disposal, right? The best part is that one of the cages didn't close properly last night, and a couple of the little mantipillars got loose. Who knows where they are by now? Morley had an absolute fit. I don't think he likes bugs. Yeah, you probably should be kind of more upset about that. Okay, so those are some pretty dark tests they were doing on these people. I'm not really sure what that has to do with raising productivity of their workers, which is what the drug was supposed to do, right? I don't know. That was probably just a... Was that just a armor piece? Yeah, I think it was just this. It had a long name though, so I picked it up. Was this the other side of the room? Yeah, that's where we were at before. Okay. So, I'm guessing we might have been able to, like, hack our way through this door. Or one of these doors, maybe? Ooh.
Alright, deep breath, Felix. You're about to see something real twisted.
Yeah. Damn. Some tossball cards. An axe on the ground here. Dead test subject in the back. What's that? A jeweled ring. Some bits. Some ammo. And some more bodies. And it looks like we can go down that way. Why would we want to go down there? That's maintenance access. What's over here? The observation room. Can we get there? No, it's barred. Okay, so this path has been leading us to the maintenance access room. Or area, so let's just keep going that way for now. I kind of forget, what is our objective here? Get inside the observation room and reach the administrative level. That means making your way to our office in the administration level. Okay. I doubt the administration level is down here. Is this just another way out? Yikes. So this is how they were getting rid of the bodies?
No more. I can't take this.
It's gonna...
Get out of here, boss. We've seen enough.
No. No, we haven't. I say when we've seen enough. And we've only seen enough when we've seen it all. Okay. Don't want to go that way. That's gruesome. Zaro W. Incoming messages. Displaying incoming messages. Sandoval. V. Subject. Bet. I don't want to play anymore. Let's just do our jobs, okay? Okay. Maybe in outgoing messages we'll see this. This week's bet. Alright. My 10 bits are on 52F. Oh no. That's the test subjects, isn't it? I know what you're thinking. He's so skinny, that's got to be bad odds. But I'm a gambling man, Victoria. And I've got an eye on this one now. And I've got an eye for this now. What do you think? William Zaro. The truth. From Zaro to Victoria. No, I'm not talking about the subjects, Vicky. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track of how many bodies we process every day and every week. And the numbers fluctuates, but never too much. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 2. And then 10. Just look at the chart I left on your desk. You can see for yourself that there's a pattern. You see it, right? I don't see it. Or I didn't see it. Yeah. Yeah, they've gotten really bad in here, haven't they? Okay, this goes to maintenance. Oh, no, this is the administration level. So this is the way we want to go. Which means we need to go back down. Hope you guys like elevator rides. Whee! Okay, back we go. I've always enjoyed elevator rides, personally. There was a door over here, right? Where's this go? Is this just another room? Is this where they kept the test subjects? What's going on here? Don't know what's down there. It might be towards the... Where are we? Yeah, this might be towards the entrance. I can't remember. Last episode I played... Well, actually, I only played it this morning, but... Feels like a long time ago already. Okay. What's that? White chocolate yummies. I thought it was a key card. Oh, hello. Have we already been here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know where we're at now. Okay. This goes to where... This goes to where we started. Aha, yes. I remember. Of course. I knew that. I knew it all along. I was just seeing if you guys were paying attention. So that means if we go this way, we'll get back to this room, which has the terminal or the door here that we can enter supervisor passcode, which she gave us. So we can go in here.
Wow, you could spy on just about everyone from here. Mr. Thompson would have been over the moon.
Ah, Mr. Thompson. Wonder how that old guy's doing. If he's doing alright with all the extra workers we gave him, because we're such great individuals. You would never think Bruce would do that now. It's true development right there. It's a little worrisome. Did I see anything over here I wanted to use? I don't think so. So we gotta go this way. Don't touch the fire though. The fire is bad. Oh, is this just a shortcut? Yeah. Okay, so she just gave us a shortcut is what that was. Okay, good to know. She probably said that when she gave us the passcode, but I didn't remember. So let's go up to the administration level. Okay, what do we have here? A door right ahead of us and a door to the right. This goes up to a set of stairs that goes higher up. Is this the way we want to go? Where are we? Hello? This looks like a front office kind of thing. This is sealed. Reception desk. HIA visitation protocols. Welcome Castello Inn. The Human Auditing and Inquiry Facility is a dedicated research facility and houses a considerable quantity of hazardous materials, machinery, and personnel. As such, no external visitors are to be permitted at any time, absent express written permission from HIA testing supervisor, Dr. Marion Blakesley. If you suspect a visitor does not have the appropriate credentials, please observe the following procedures. Stay calm. Notify nearby security personnel of your suspicions. Wait for security personnel and or equipment to finish disposing of the visitor. And complete an incident report per official guidelines. Remember to use Spacer's Choice approved formatting and language. At no point should you leave your workstation unattended. Leaving your workstation unattended will be considered a severe security breach and may result in a fine and or summary termination of your employment with Spacer's Choice. Your supervisor has posted the following addendums. Right, that's the official shit. If we do get visitors, inform me at once. If they're from other departments. If it's Dr. Ambrose, don't get in her way, but log her every move. If it's Clearance Mosley, keep him at reception. I'll come down in person to see the law-given miracle for myself. If Jasper Lowe or anyone else from Kim turns up, let them stew at reception. I'll send Assistant Morley down eventually. Okay. Nobody liked Mosley, huh? Okay, messages. From Blakesley. Subject. HIA Visitation Protocols Update. HIA is on lockdown until further notice. Do not let anyone into the facility until the escaped volunteers are located. I'm going to check volunteer induction for any sign of our fugitive. If you receive any key code access notification in the next 20 minutes, ignore them. I wonder what happened to that escaped volunteer. Was he the first one that escaped and started the whole mess, or did he get caught and, well, probably terminated if he got caught? Can't get through there. I even brought my two best people. It's a shame. Ooh, a terminal. Welcome Morley B. So this is her assistant. Whole bunch of messages, it looks like. So let's go ahead and start with archived messages. We'll start with the bottom this time. From Blakesley. Subject, delete this. Morley, how do I delete this message? Clarence. Oh, so this is mostly Clarence. Oh. The latest results are in. As you hoped, you'll find that the violent cases now account for a smaller overall percentage of the testing pool. I expect that will change in about 2 or 3 weeks, so you'd better get that report out to Goodfellow in a hurry. In the meantime, dosing all the test subjects means that HIA is now in the business of generating aggressive psychotics. So, if you could take 2 minutes out of your fundamentally pointless existence to somehow make it clear to Mr. Goodfellow that I need an update on those resources I requested, as well as the matter of additional security, increased oversight at Kim, or any kind of explanation for what the fuck is going on. So things are not going well. To Blakesley, incident report. Dr. Blakesley. The missing test subject has been found and apprehended. Okay. Apparently he got into the testing department where he remained. I'm afraid nobody noticed for several hours. Hennessy had him doing paperwork. I think it's clear at this point that subject SC44B12 didn't get out on his own. As far as we can tell, he didn't have much of an escape plan. The door was simply unlocked for a short period of time during the night. In the meantime, I've made it clear to the security forces that no further breaches will be tolerated. To all personnel, subject termination notice. This notice is to inform all HIA staff that testing associate Angus Ruan is no longer a Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals employee, effective immediately. As valued members of Spacer's Choice of the Spacer's Choice family, I trust that you will all pull together to shoulder Mr. Ruan's responsibility in his place. Ruan is the guy that was asking Johansson, I think that was his name, to look after the other guy that was going crazy. Incoming messages. From Blakesley, condolence letters. Morley, pick out 2 of the deceased test subjects and whip up condolence letters. Something saccharine and noble. Feel free to invent next of kin if there are none on record. Use the cheap paper. Leave the letters on my desk. I'll dispose of them shortly. Okay? And Ruan A. Concerns. This isn't about a few volunteers, Morley. Most of test group SC22A is already gone. Subject 17 is nonverbal, but we've had some luck using small amounts of the compound to coax him into the testing rooms. To be honest, some of the staff are starting to worry me too. It's not just that ghoul and disposal either. Weaver's convinced that the compound's getting into the ventilation system somehow. I've caught her scrubbing her hands raw at the washing station. I've tried reciting our safety protocols to her, but it hasn't seemed to help. I'm starting to think she might not be wrong. That's not good. Guys, don't breathe. Don't breathe. Everybody hold your breath. Oh, God.
Did you enjoy the show? I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs. Now I'm afraid I have to find a more permanent way to put you down.
I don't know how much more of this I can take, Captain. I'm about to chew my own hands off with nerves.
Are we being stalked? Is that what's going on? Because I don't mind having secret admirers and all, but this is getting a little creepy.
It is getting a little creepy. You're not wrong. Broken data pad. Our first test group should be here in just a few hours. I suppose I should be catching up on sleep, but it's far more important to mark the occasion. I really think we can achieve something here. Every citizen of Halcyon wants to be of use deep down. If this compound can restore industry and work ethic, even to outlaws and miscreants, we won't need places like Tartarus anymore. Dissidence will be a thing of the past. Kim has sent over its first shipment of this mystery drug, and testing chambers are operational. Once we've proven our methods, it will be that much easier to convince OCI to invest in better equipment. Shock and awe. Very neat. Might give that to, actually, let's give that to Parvati. I think she would like that. Go here. Have shock and awe. There you go. Okay. Guessing we gotta go on the terminal. Alright. Welcome user Blakesley. Messages. Archived messages. To Bancroft L. Subject resignation. Lucian, I'm leaving this message to inform you of my resignation from the position of testing supervisor at Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals, effective immediately. I won't be returning to headquarters, and I wouldn't bother chasing that tracking signal unless you want to give the boys and girls in human resources some exercise. I'll warn you once, do not try and find me. Okay, outgoing messages. To Morley B. Condolence letters. Yeah, we've done that. We've already seen this one, right? Yeah. Testing lab, subject... Testing group SC82. At the behest of the Office of Creative Incubation, we are applying varying amounts of unknown solutions to test subjects that are already mid-treatment. What organizational schema do you imagine would miraculously restore scientific rigor to this process? Stick to the current system. Morley B, subject, testing reports. Morley, I need you to compile some of the test results from the past month. Pull a subset from the reports we forwarded to OCI if you like, so long as there are charts. Make sure the worst of the mortality reports are up front, will you? Okay, and Goodfellow, latest results. Goodfellow. Yes, many of the subjects still exhibit increased energy levels in compliance, the same euphoric response, but they inevitably crash. Testing clearly suggests that Kim's Compound X has extreme and irreversible effects when administered repeatedly over a long period of time. Several volunteers in the old SCO2 group are barely verbal. When they do speak, it's to beg for more of the compound. I'm finding it hard to shine that up for you, Lawrence. So good you'll beg for more? Don't you dare use that. If we could dilute the compound or even ease out the schedule, we could mitigate some of the addictive effects. Weaning some of the earlier test subjects off the compound might buy us some time until Kim refines the formula. I need time, Lawrence. Incoming messages. Olivia Ambrose, subject, condolences, etc. Marion, personalize and forward the following note to the families of the deceased volunteers. Take carbon copies and send those on to Lucian at the usual address. Make certain he gets every single one. Ollie. Dear. Name. It is with regret that I write to inform you of the death of your relation. They died peacefully, attended by their fellows. Please accept our sympathies in this difficult time. Though it may offer you little comfort, know that your relation died in service of a better, more productive Halcyon. In accordance with the agreement signed with Tartarus Corrections, a division of United Defense Logistics, their term of incarceration is now considered complete. Sincerely, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, Project Director, Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals Research and Development. Comforting. Olivia, frequency of testing updates. Marion, it's been 3 weeks. Where the fuck are those reports? From HIA. Deliver them to me by the end of the day, or deliver me your letter of resignation. I'm done asking. In the future, you will send me bi-weekly reports of HIA's status. These reports will include an inventory of test subjects, which version of the Gorgon compound they have been administered, how frequently those administrations have occurred, and who has been administering them. To these reports, you will append a mortality record. This record will include an accounting of the burn down rate of our current stock of volunteers and compound ampules. In addition to a thorough analysis of their injuries, I want to see charts, Mary. Big fucking charts with lots of precious little numbers. And before you ask, bi-weekly means twice a week. Don't pretend you don't know what I mean. Ollie. Okay, so she was getting pressured. Admin functions. Synthesis and manufacturing center status. Is currently locked. Executive lockdown must be overridden at Chem Labs and here. Okay, override synthesis and manufacturing center lockdown. We did it. Okay.
I always knew this colony was twisted. Heard my share of stories in the Groundbreaker. Seen my share of gruesome too. But nothing prepared me for this.
Yeah. It's pretty rough here. Yeah, what they did here was inexcusable.
This place was a nightmare. But people wake up from nightmares. Those test subjects never woke up at all. You want to know the worst part? Spacer's Choice knew exactly what Adrenatime did. And they didn't care. They weren't even thinking about the victims.
Somehow, this doesn't surprise me.
Someone's gotta do something about this. Gotta hold folks to account. Maybe it should be us.
Ooh.
I don't know why Miss Ambrose has got her heart set in that journal. Nothing good ever came out of a place like this.
Only one way to find out where this leads. Come on. I liked Parvati's idea there. Let's take over. Supreme Leader Bruce. That'll be us. Yeah, we want to go up here. Maybe this is unlocked now?
All I want to do right now is burn this place to the ground. I'm gonna have nightmares for weeks.
It's pretty damning. Oh, now it's open. This is probably going to take us to the place we found the comic book. The first one that we found. Is what I'm imagining anyway. Okay. Yeah, this is where we're at. Let's go ahead, head back over. Let's go ahead to the Sprat Shack. Take a look at our map here. So, yeah, that quest is finished. So we have this one. And then we have these two to do as well. Which one of them is just... We'll find things. So this one, right. And what is this one? Electric Fling. Oh, there's one in here we missed. Well, hold on. Hold your horses. We need to go do that. Over here. Oh, you guys are back. Haven't you guys learned? Gotcha. You guys doing alright over there? Get him. Get him. And that person got wrecked. Got an achievement to kill people with in-ray attacks. Lucky me. Okay, let's go find this comic book. We'll find this comic book and then we'll either go back to the Sprat Shack or back home. Back home being the unreliable. Because I want to talk to everybody. I don't have anything that I don't want to listen to you guys. You guys are creepy. Stop, you're so creepy. Okay. Should be right up here. Oh, it's hidden.
It's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some thrilling mutations. Forearms, maybe? Or a second head?
Try delusion, paranoia, gastric bleeds, violence, and fatal insomnia. Shall I enumerate every way our volunteers have died? Suicide by automech, suicide by hanging, starvation.
Cut the recording, Georgie.
You sure, boss? I just put on a new cylinder. Stroke, spontaneous combustion, internal exsanguination.
Just turn it off.
So obviously it was not the comic book quest, it was the recording quest. But, yeah, interesting that, what she was sharing was too much for the press. Interesting. Really? You guys are back? Okay, well. Gotcha. Where are you going? Get back here. Get him.
Hey, boss, watch this!
I'm watching. What are you doing over there? You hiding? There's no hiding from me. There we go.
Everyone all right?
Everyone's A-okay. Okay, so this last one, Electric Fling, that's the, we gotta go for this quest, right? Yep. Okay. So we'll be able to finish that quest up too, when we do that. But let's go ahead, well, let's see if they have anything new to say after that.
That Chief Junlei sure seems well, huh?
Yeah, she does seem swell.
How many places just like Gorgon do you think Spacer's Choice has got? Or Auntie Cleo's? Gets my guts in a twist just thinking about it.
Probably quite a few. And they're probably all just as bad. Well, maybe not as bad as this. This one's really bad.
Yeah, boss?
Got a minute?
When we took this job, I thought we were living out an adventure serial. But after what we saw in those labs, I don't feel like much of a hero anymore.
Hey, you doing alright?
I can't stop thinking about that human testing facility. Even saying that out loud makes me sick to my stomach. I keep imagining what it must have been like. Locked up cages, pumped full of drugs. After they died, Spacer's Choice just processed their bodies and tossed them out with the garbage. Boss, I seen animals at a slaughterhouse treated with more dignity than those people.
I've seen worse. Byzantium had this thing called early retirement. That one was pretty bad too. I don't know if it was worse than this. I feel the same way.
I always figured Spacer's Choice was no different from Auntie Cleo or Rizzo or Hammersmith. They're all cogs in the same corporate machine grinding this colony down to dust. What we saw back there wasn't just corporate greed. It was pure evil.
If you're going to be on my crew, you're going to have to lose the drama. No, the whole colony is a 2-bit horror show, Felix. Project Gorgon is in the past. There's nothing we can do.
There's plenty we could do. Tear down Byzantium, dismantle the board, round up everybody in Spacer's Choice, and toss them out on airlock. Look, never mind. I just need some time to sort all this out. Thanks for listening, boss.
Can't believe those freeboaters tried to board my ship.
Somebody out there wants us dead. That don't exactly narrow the
No,
field.
it doesn't.
Whoever it was, if they really wanted to cross us off, they should have sent competent mercenaries.
Competent mercenaries in this colony? I like your optimism, Felix.
Yeah, you're right. Besides, even if the freebooters were competent, you would have made them look like a bunch of amateurs, boss.
Oh, you... Shucks. Who do you think did it?
Beats me. Could have been anybody. Could have been Ada. Yeah, it probably wasn't Ada. Hey, could have been my old foreman.
I'll find whoever hired them, and then I'll hurt them in a fun and interesting way. Let's just try to forget about it. The freebooters aren't a problem anymore.
I'm guessing whoever hired him had something to do with Project Gorgon.
Yep, I'm thinking that too. We'll talk later. I wonder if the others will have anything to say. Let's go see, because they weren't there with us in the labs. I wonder if they will still have something. And if not, we'll probably take somebody else with us into the chem labs, so they get dialogue. Share the love, you know? Hey, Ada. I haven't talked to you in a while. Do you have anything?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Do you have anything to... No, you don't. Okay. You have nothing new. You're still on my ship, Kelly? Well, make yourself at home. I suppose. I mean... Don't have any spare rooms, although nobody's ever in these 2 rooms.
I find myself marveling at the complex...
Gorgon.
Exploring the human inquiry and auditing facility was a deeply disturbing experience.
Okay, so they do have something new to say. Disturbing? I'd say horrifying.
This whole colony sometimes seems like nothing but an experiment at the expense of the workers, but that was something else entirely. It is folly to try to use drugs to change people's behavior. You can't change someone's nature that way. You merely mask it. Eventually, something will break. Usually the subject's mind.
The board can't be trusted with anything like that, but it seems possible to me. Did you forget about your recent drug experimentation?
When I had my experience with chemical alteration, my mind had been prepared through years of meditation and study, and the end goal was harmonious with my true essence.
Let's talk about something else.
As always, I am at your disposal. Something vexing you, Captain?
No. I'll talk to you later.
You watching the Aether Waves last night? I don't want to ruin the surprise. Let's just say it involved a whole mess of tossball players and the biggest Manta Queen I ever saw.
Oh, no fooling? I'm gonna
have
to test that one
hey.
myself.
Oh, is Parvati all into tossball now? That's awesome.
Something on your mind?
Talk about Gorgon.
I've done some crazy jobs, but this one is more complicated than most. And I have a feeling we've got a few more surprises in store. Sure.
She has had
Something on your mind?
a disappointingly lackluster response to Gorgon. Hey, Nyoka. 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 Hey. Hey. I'm talking to you. Sam?
Every SAM unit comes...
Thanks, Sam. You're great. There we go.
Hey, Cap.
Hey. Gorgon.
I wish I could set this entire asteroid ablaze. No amount of booze is ever gonna chase the sight of a meat cube from my memory.
Yeah. If I never see one of those again, it'll be too soon.
I think I'm going to be seeing it for the rest of my life, Cap. I've seen animals tearing one another apart. I've shot folks, been shot by folks. I once saw Cat Malin shove an assassin into a sulfur pool. He dissolved.
Ugh.
But those weren't choices. Mana pillars don't give you moral options. What went on in those labs, the suffering they caused, they chose it.
And all for a working man's drug. I'm sure many of them would say the same, because you don't often have a choice. Well, there's always a choice, right? Like, I know that's a cliche thing to say. Like, oh, there's always a choice. But, like, when it's a situation like this, right? Like, it's... None of these scientists were being threatened, as far as we've seen so far, that I can call, were being threatened with death, right? It wasn't like the Holocaust, where there were Nazi soldiers who were, you know, afraid for their lives. These people were afraid for their jobs. And I'm sure there were plenty of Nazi soldiers who were afraid of their jobs too. We're not going to get into that, but this is... Yeah, I don't think this is true. If you're, and I know in this universe, unemployment is almost treated like a death sentence in some regard, but I don't know, like, nah, and all for a working man's drug.
Yeah. You know, back when Monarch was abandoned, I sort of understood. I hated it, but I accepted it. There's a certain kind of consistency to the board's decision-making. It's about the bottom line. People are just resources with costs and yields. So I used to think, well, if they're leaving Monarch, maybe they need the resources to build better elsewhere.
Nope. They just freed the resources up for other disasters. They were just cutting their losses, not that they cared about much else.
Yeah, they spent the money on diet fucking toothpaste. Ain't no hope left in this colony, Captain. Not while the board's still intact.
Agreed. Oof, that's why we're going to topple it.
Good. I don't know what comes after that. I ain't exactly an expert on building a government. But if places like Gorgon are possible here, we can do better than that at least. Hey, thanks for talking. It helps.
I'm glad I could help. And just to let you know, Nyoka, I am, before I went to hibernation, I was the president of Earth. So I am great at forming a government. Felix, move. I can't walk, but I can form a government. Okay, let's go back out. The former president of Earth, and I was a part-time factory worker. Okay, so we're gonna bring Nyoka and Ellie for this one. For the chem labs. I think it'll be good. Yeah, Ellie's a doctor, so she might have some insight into the chemicals and stuff going on. I'm not really sure. But,
Here we... Hey, is that the saloon? I feel better already.
oh yeah, I must not have brought her here yet. But, yeah, so next episode, we will be headed over to the chem labs. It looks like the closest spot we can travel to it, or for it, is OCI, and then we'll just take the path on down there. Yeah, so that should be pretty fun. This has been really interesting. I'm really liking this DLC. I'm saying it every episode because it's true. It's been really good. I haven't even been complaining about the combat or the lack of new and exciting gear. The story and the atmosphere and everything they're building up here is just really interesting. Yeah, I'm having a blast. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.